The mBot 2 is a great robot for showing any sort of vehicle ID you have or anything that involves movement. It's also got an ultrasonic sensor on the front that we can use for detecting objects, and a variety of RGB or red, green, blue sensors across the bottom that can be used to detect different colours as they're driven over. To get started, you'll need a robot and an iPad. On the robot, you need to turn the switch on the left-hand side. On the iPad, you need to go to the mBot app. You can either swipe through and find it, or swipe down in the middle of the screen and start typing mBot. Once the app opens, you need to select Coding from the left-hand side and tap the plus button to start a new set of code. Once we go in, we need to select the CyberPi. This is the little brain that sits on top of the back of the mBot. Once we've got that selected, we can click on the tick in the top right-hand corner. Now at the moment, we're only talking to that little brain. We need to add a few more things in. We need to click on Extensions down in the bottom left and select the mBot 2 shield. This is the rest of the robot. Now you may need to tap download if it hasn't been done previously. Once you've done, you can tap on add. It should only take a few seconds. Once we've done that, we're going to go back into extensions and do the same thing for the ultrasonic sensor 2 and for the the quad RGB sensor. Once we've done that, we'll have a variety of new drawers down the bottom here that have code for each of those elements. I'm going to start in the events drawer and grab a when green flag is clicked. This means when I click the green flag, whatever I've got in my code will happen. I'm going to jump into the first mBot drawer and I'm going to say moves forward 100 centimeters until done. I can change forward to backwards, and I can change the distance that I want to go by tapping in the corresponding blocks. I'm going to set my robot to go forward 50 centimeters until done. Then I'm going to turn left 90 degrees. Then I'll go forward another 20 centimeters, and I'm going to turn to the right. Now, if your code blocks are in the way like mine are, just tap an empty space on the screen and that will shut the drawers. Once we're ready to send the code to our robot, we need to tap the red flashing Bluetooth icon at the top of the screen and select Connect. Hold your robot and your iPad close together. You'll get a beep from your robot to say that the connection started. And once it's finished recognizing, we can go back to our code. When we're ready, we can click the green flag to run the code on our robot. If you need to stop your code at any time, you can press the little red stop button down the bottom. Now that's great for basic movement, but our robot becomes even more powerful when we start including some sensors. So I'm going to drag away most of my code to get rid of it. And this time I'm going to detect if something happens with the ultrasonic sensor. To do that, I need to grab from the control drawer an if block, and I also need it to continue happening while ever the code's running, so I need a forever block. I'm going to click the forever block to my green flag and pop the if block inside. Now I'm going to check if something is close to the ultrasonic sensor. To do that, I need to jump into operators and grab a less than comparator block and drop that into the diamond shaped gap. Then I'm going to head down to my ultrasonic sensor drawer and grab the top block, my ultrasonic sensor 2 distance to an object, and put that into the first circle. Now at the moment it says if it's less than 50 centimeters, I want to check if something's within less than 10 centimeters, so nice and close. Now, if something is within 10 centimeters of that sensor, whatever I put in the gap is going to occur. One of the advantages of the little brain on the top is that we have a screen that we can display things on. So I'm going to head up to the display drawer and I'm going to grab print make block and move to a new line and drop it in the gap. I'm then going to change that to object detected. Now, if I run my code, if anything comes within 10 centimeters of the front of my robot, I should get a message on the top screen that says object detected. And we've barely scratched the surface of what these robots can do. There's a huge range of different functions that you can explore in those coding drawers. There's a variety of different things that you can use to solve a variety of different problems. We really look forward to seeing what you can do with your mBot.